Hey, darling. So I got up super early from work tonight, which means you will have a Easter yoga flow for you to do in the morning, which is awesome. But anybody else tuning in, just know that this is timeless, so you can do it whenever. It just happens to fall on the night before Easter. Had a crazy experience at work tonight. So I was in the saloon and my coworker, we were talking about like exes or something, and I made like a joke, and I was like, I'll just sit here, like slowly like waiting or something like that. And he's like, and the guy of like your dreams walks through the door and he goes like this and no one passes by. I'm like, it would have been wild if like an ex of mine walked through, and I just was like, no. Like 5 minutes later, girl, I walk into the restaurant, and sitting in the restaurant, right, is the wife of like my first like love, like all things, Nathan. And then I see him, and I have not seen him since I was probably like 18, maybe 17, like, and I wouldn't have been able to pick him out of a lineup. Like, I would not have recognized him seeing him on the street. The one thing I was like, is that him? I could tell it was him by his nose, right? But he had no hair anymore, like completely like Bic bald, right? And he had such good hair. He had such good hair. No, I mean, I like a bald guy anyway, like, so no shade, like, but any like brown, I mean, I'm convinced he still had melanin in his skin when we like dated, right? He was so white. It was the wildest thing. And so I thought for a moment, I'm like, do I buy them dinner? And I was like, do I say anything? And she had got up and was coming back. They were there with their daughter too. And so she's coming back from the bathroom, and I like lock eyes with her, and she knows me and I know her, right? And it was like this dead on where we both were like, and I didn't approach the table. Like, I thought for a moment, I like did like a water run like around like the restaurant just so I could get a look like at his face. He never saw me. It was wild. So after texting a good friend who I grew up with, I was like, do I? And I was like, you know what? I don't do anything. Because the other wild thing is, because I always wondered how I would feel, and I didn't feel anything for him, not in a bad way, and like no disrespect, there's just like this like space of like gratitude that like he let me go when he did, and regardless of the heartbreak at that moment in that time, and it's like I've had more feelings stir up seeing like Shane or Zach or whoever else I've like seen like here, like wild, absolutely wild. So I'm just like super grateful, and like I wish someone had a camera on me in that moment though, because it was, and the crazy thing was I think the last time that I had really gone to see him at his work when we were kids. Like, I distinctly remember, gone to see him when we were still dating. I distinctly remember Blackstreet, No Diggity playing, and it was playing as I was like driving into work. And then there was a rendition of it on in the saloon. As I saw him, it was just like the synchronicity of all of it was just like actually so beautiful. Like you couldn't have written it better, and I did nothing. I did nothing. I ordered a salad and had some sweet potato fries, and then I left. Wild. I love life. Okay, that being said, hi everyone, this is your Jane series. This is a 15 to 20 minute yoga flow series. that I do for my dear friend Jane. It's very candid, and I sometimes give her updates on my life because we don't get to talk often. But that being said, we're gonna do some yoga now. If anyone has any questions, please reach out. I would love to embellish on the beautiful, like miraculous, like synchronicities of life just across the board. But that being said, let's go ahead, let's come all the way down and onto our backs to start us off this evening. And I'm really hoping I kept I did, thank God. Okay, because I need to still get used to the Tacoma Indigenous tribe names. Okay, that being said, go ahead and start all the way down on your back. Let your toes flop out to the side. Your hands can come down to your sides, palms face up to the sky. Give yourself a nice, you can give yourself a nice deep breath. Nice deep inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Again, big inhale through the nose. And exhale. One more time, big inhale. And exhale. Always starting off our practice from a space of gratitude. We give gratitude to the universe. It's recognizing an energy that's bigger than us, that we're still collectively a part of. Give gratitude to this earth. She reminds us that we live in a space of abundance rather than a space of scarcity. We have everything that we need and that we ourselves are more than enough. Give gratitude to indigenous peoples of the lands that we're laying upon. So in Billings, the Northern Cheyenne and the Crow, the Salish, the Blackfoot, and the Lakota tribe. And in Tacoma, the Cayuse, the Umatilla, the Walla Walla, and the Puyallup. And always reminding ourselves that land acknowledgement is just the first baby step in us coming into right relationship and doing the right thing. It goes thought, word, and then deed. We give gratitude for this practice of yoga. So it reminds us that we as human beings are innately good. We're kind and honest, generous and just. We give gratitude to Black and Brown people as the original creators and sustainers of this practice from a space of ahimsa, also known as loving action. We give gratitude to our bodies and to ourselves, to our own ancestors and our own lineage, just recognizing our and their trials and triumphs, traumas, tribulations, and transgressions, and holding ourselves responsible for how we choose to repair and restore from damages that have been done in order to build a peaceful, loving, and liberated world for 7 generations and beyond. And if there's a person or persons, place or places that you'd like to dedicate your practice to this evening, take a nice deep inhale. Breathe them all the way down into your heart center. And then exhale, send them love. Wiggle your toes and your fingers. Maybe flex your feet in towards your face, toes in towards your face, and fingertips reach up and overhead. Pull your shoulder blades down your back. And then pull both of your knees up into your chest and give yourself a nice big hug. Wrap your arms around the front part of your shins. Forehead comes up to touch, and then allow yourself just to kind of rock back and forth, side to side, massaging out through your spine. And then let the back of the skull come all the way down to the earth, and then release your left leg and take it all the way down towards the end of the mat, and pull your right knee towards your right armpit. Let your right foot just kind of hang limp. Big inhale. And then left hand comes to the outside of your right knee, and then you turn and slowly stack your right hip over your left. Look out past your right fingertips or your right elbow, depending on if you have your arm goal-posted or extended. And slowly bring yourself back to your center line. Extend the sole of that right foot high to the sky, and then walk yourself up the back part of your right calf. Aim your chin towards your shin, hover your leg. Big inhale here. And then exhale, slowly release. Let the back of the leg move slowly down to the end of the mat. And then same thing on that opposite side. Pull left knee up into the chest. Maybe interlock your fingers the opposite way. Pull your left knee down towards your left armpit. Pull down through your low back. Tuck your chin in towards your chest. So wild, girl. Like, honestly, so wild. I love the universe. So full of surprises. Like in a good way. Like in a really good way. Big inhale. Like such good closure. I can't even get over it. Like I cannot even get over how beautiful like that closure was. And then slowly release. Take your right hand to the outside of your left knee and then slowly turn and stack your left hip over your right. Inside arch of your left foot moves down to the earth. Big inhale here. Exhale, soften through the right hand side of your body. Soften through your hip. Big inhale. And then exhale, slowly release. Bring yourself all the way back to your center line and then extend the sole of your foot high to the sky. Flex your toes in towards your face. And then slowly walk yourself up the back part of your leg. Aim your chin towards your shin. Big inhale here. Exhale, hold. One more time, big inhale. And then slowly release the back of the skull down to the earth. Press the sole of the foot away and then slowly let your leg move all the way down to the end of the mat. And then pull both of your knees up into your chest. Wrap your arms around the front part of your shins. Give yourself a nice big hug here. Big inhale. And then slowly let the back of the skull come all the way down to the earth. Flex through your feet. And then send the soles of the feet high to the sky. Big inhale here. Little baby pulses up towards your toes for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then slowly let your legs lower all the way down. Engage your glutes and then point the toes and float them up. So flex and let them float. Point and pull for 8, 7, 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Flex your toes and towards your face. Press. Big inhale here. Exhale. Think about really wrapping your muscles around your bones, tops of your thighs. Big inhale here. And then take your hands back behind your knees and rock yourself all the way up to stand. Ugh. At the top of your mat. All right, inhale, arms sweep high to the sky. Exhale, let yourself float down and over the tops of your thighs. Inhale, hands to shins, flat back. Exhale, let yourself fall down and heavy over the tops of your legs. And then kind of swish and sway back and forth, side to side. And then one more time, inhale, pull yourself high to the sky. Exhale, float down and over the tops of your legs. And then inhale, hands to shins. Exhale, palms plant. Step yourself back into your plank pose. Big inhale here. Press back through your heels. And then you're gonna drop, actually rock to the outside of your right foot. Bring yourself into your side plank. Big inhale here. And then bring yourself down and onto your left forearm. You can kickstand your forearm in if it's easier. And then bring yourself into your forearm plank. Big inhale. And then bring yourself down. Kickstand your other arm in Forearm plank on the right hand side. Keep lifting through your hips. And then you're gonna plant down through your left palm, press yourself up and rock to the outside of your left foot, right hand high to the sky. And then exhale, take your right palm down, press back through the heel, shift it forward, drop down to the knees, untuck the toes, and lower all the way down to your chest and belly. Hands right next to your bust line. And then roll your shoulder blades down and back and lift. Breathe into the base of your belly, exhale. 2 more big breaths, big inhale. And exhale, 1 more time, big inhale, and then press to your knees, tuck your toes, and send yourself back into a down dog, big inhale. Let your hips move back and high as you press into your palms. Roll your shoulders away from your ears, and then slowly tiptoe your feet up to meet your hands, top of your mat. Let yourself hang heavy again. And then inhale, sweep. Arms high to the sky. Exhale, take a bigger back bend this time. Keep opening up through your heart and your chest. Check in with your spine and your back. You can always take your hands down to your low back as you press yourself forward. Holding here, big inhale. And then slowly pull yourself all the way back up. Let yourself come down and over the tops of your thighs. And then inhale, hands to your shins, flat back. And then exhale, take your palms down to the earth and step yourself back into your plank pose. Big inhale here. Drop down to your knees. Untuck your toes. Lower all the way down to the chest and belly. And then hands are gonna come down to your sides, palms face down, pinky fingers turned in. And then locust pose, pull, right? Your feet, legs up off the mat, keep pointing through the toes, keep lifting through the heart and the chest, roll your shoulder blades down and back, big inhale. Exhale, hold 1 more time, big inhale, lift a little bit higher, and then exhale, release. Hands come back to your bust line, press to your knees, and then send your hips back towards your heels. Check in with both of your hips as you curl your fingertips out in front of you. Lengthen through your spine, big inhale here. And exhale. 1 more time, big inhale. And then exhale slowly. You're gonna shift yourself forward, but keep a bend in your elbows. Elbows graze the outside of your rib cage. You pull yourself all the way up and through into a forward facing dog. And then drop to your knees, tuck your toes, and press into your palms as you engage your low belly and send your hips back and high. Big inhale, down dog. Spot for the outside of your pinkies and step your feet wide and drop down and low into a balasana. Hands to your heart line, heart and chest lift. Big inhale here. Exhale, bring yourself into a crow pose. So shift yourself forward. It's been a minute since we've done this, right? Your knees are gonna come into your elbows or as close as you can. You're gonna ground down through your palms and lift through your hips. Shift yourself forward. Find that bridge or that shelf with your triceps and then take both of your feet up off the mat. Maybe you do it 1 foot at a time and then the other. Take your time with it and breathe. Let's try it 2 more times. Nice deep inhale. And if you get a long hold, then just stay there. Big inhale. Exhale. 1 more time, big inhale. And then exhale, drop down. We're gonna do it 1 more time. And this time, if you can get it, a little bit more advanced stuff, right? You're gonna try to hop your feet back from your crow pose into a plank, okay? So you shift yourself forward, take your feet up off the mat, big inhale, and then shoot your feet back. It's quick. Lower and lift, big inhale. Exhale. Send your hips back. Bring yourself into your child's pose, take a moment. Shift yourself forward. Shoulders over wrists. Exhale, round into your cat. Inhale into your cow. Exhale into your cat. Inhale into your cow. Exhale into your cat. Inhale into cow, and then one last time. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, back into your table. Kickstand your foot out and bring yourself into a modified side plank. Knee is underneath your hip. Left foot is extended. Keep reaching tall. Big inhale. And then use the strength of your left palm to pull yourself up. And bring yourself into your gate pose. Big inhale. Fingertips reach. Exhale, hold. One more time, big inhale. Exhale. Palm plants. Bring that opposite hand down. Step back. Big inhale. Knee plants. Kickstand your foot out. Opposite foot plants. Opposite hand high to the sky. Big inhale here. Reach high. And then pull yourself all the way up. And send your hand down. Reach through your fingertips. Big inhale. Exhale. Hold. One more time. Big inhale. And then exhale. Pull yourself all the way down. Palm plants. Step your feet back. Drop down to your knees. Cross your ankles. And send yourself all the way back onto your seat. Extend your legs out in front of you. Big inhale here. Move your seat back behind you. Arms come high to the sky. Exhale. Fold down and over the tops of your thighs. Keep pulling the crown of the head towards the top of the feet as you engage your low belly and pull it up and in. Big inhale. And exhale. 2 more big breaths. Big inhale. And exhale. One more time. Keep pulling yourself forward as you flex your toes back in towards your face a little bit more. And then slowly walk your hands all the way back up. Scoot your seat forward. Send yourself all the way down and onto your back. Pull your knees up into your chest. Again, give yourself a nice big hug as you pull down through your low belly. Back of the skull comes down to the earth. Tuck your chin in towards your chest. And then allow yourself just to kind of rock back and forth, side to side. Nice deep inhale through the nose. And then exhale through the mouth. Release, bring yourself into a double happy baby. So grab to the outsides of your feet from the inside of your legs and allow yourself just to rock back and forth, side to side. And then release and take the soles of the feet down to the earth and heel toe your feet wide so your knees knock in and you squeeze the inside of the thighs. Squeeze here, pop your heart and chest up, tuck your tailbone. Hold here, big inhale. And exhale. One more time, big inhale. And then exhale, slowly heel toe your feet back together. Let your knees knock out to the sides. Shift back and forth, side to side through your hips. Let your hands rest heavy on your belly. Nice deep inhale. And exhale. One more time, big inhale. And then exhale. Pull your knees up to your center line. Flex your feet and send your feet all the way down to the end of the mat. Let your toes pop out to the side. You can take one hand to heart and one hand to belly. And allow yourself just to breathe here. Nice deep inhale through the nose. I've been taking pictures of this book that we have at one of the studios, and I should just probably buy it because I actually really enjoy it. This is by Hugh Nang. Hugh Ming bowed to Hugh Nang, the sixth Zen patriarch, and said, Please explain the teachings to me, workmen. I said, since you have come for the teaching, you should shut out all objects and not conceive a single thought. Then I will expound the teaching for you. Yu Ming was silent for a long while. I said, when do you not think of good? And do not think of bad. What is your original face? At these words, Yu Ming was greatly enlightened. Then he asked, is there any further secret idea besides the secret idea just now secretly spoken? I said, what I have told you is no secret. If you reflect inwardly, the secret is in you. So ask yourself the question today, right? If your original face is not what you see in the mirror, nor the mask you show the world, then what is it? Getting deep with y'all recently. Take a nice deep inhale. And exhale. Again, nice deep inhale. And exhale. One more time, big inhale. And exhale. The divine light, the divine feminine, the divine masculine, and the divine love in me sees, honors, and reflects the divine light, the divine feminine, the divine masculine, and the divine love in each of you, the collectively in all of us. Thank you all for sharing your practice with me and for trusting me with your bodies, hearts, spirits, and souls. And when you do leave your mats, be sure to go in peace. And remember to serve love always. And remember also this Easter, right, that Jesus did not die for your sins. He was killed because he revolted against the powers at be, right? He was not sent here to die for your sins. That is some bullshit story that we have been told, that we've internalized, right? He died because he was speaking out against the injustices within the world. And there have been many like him that have come after him that have done the same. And the same thing has happened to them. And then we lift them up after we kill them and say, look at the good on earth that they did. I will leave you all with that thought. Have a wonderful Easter holiday, y'all, right? And I hope that this year and this new spring, we can all do and be a little bit better. Peace and love.